this is a stock that's up 7% this week alone in the wake, and still it appears, if we're going on those initial trades, that they still beat expectations. The stock up 2%. So as much as that Google number and those other tech numbers fueled optimism and caused people to revise up their estimates and all that, they still beat, and the stock is still higher. Just some important, how impressive what they're doing is right now.
It's quite funny. I'm just looking at the statement that's come from the company as well, and right at the top, before you get the third quarter 2017 financial highlights, we're serious about preventing abuse on our platform. We're investing so much in security that it will impact our profitability. Protecting our community is more important than maximizing our profits.
Yeah, these are strong words, yet you wonder, David, whether people are going to eventually turn away from Facebook because of things like crime being committed on Facebook Live, whether it's the fake ads and then fake news that are popping up in people's news feeds.
Well, for their release to begin with a quote from Zuckerberg that way is telling. He is determined to do the right thing. It galls him to, I mean, worse than galls him. It is shockingly disturbing to him to think that his company is being perceived the way it was perceived today in the Senate and the House. And he has to do something about that, and it will cost money. But the money continues to roll in. That's the reality.
Just looking at some of the year-over-year changes in what we're seeing in terms of the advertising revenue, that in fact equates to a 49% year-over-year increase in revenues in the advertising space. And it kind of ties to what we saw from WPP. And Joe, you were talking about this yesterday, this shift in the model and shift towards digital, and some of the big tech names here too. They may be reaching full penetration in terms of users, and they've kind of hinted about that in the United States and Europe. But in terms of the quality of the engagement here, it's clearly improving.
Yeah, when you think about the top line revenue growth story for Facebook, I mean, they've already said that they're going to pare back the ad loads, the number of ads they put into your Facebook feed. But think about it, they have 3 other major platforms: Instagram, Messenger, and WhatsApp, and they are in a very, very early innings of just monetizing those. Each of those have at or above 1 billion users each. So there are a lot of revenue levers for this company to pull over the next several years, aside from the core Facebook platform.
I just want to, on Instagram, the company says they have over 800 million users. Of course, you know, one of the stories this year is the degree to which it's sort of stolen everything from Snapchat and then crushed it. In your view, or in the view of the investor community, this is still an under-monetized asset?
I think so. I think when you look at the core Facebook, you could argue that it is approaching saturation, although it's still growing its platform. But the big thing is Messenger, WhatsApp, and Instagram. Those are 3 revenue levers that have still yet to be pulled.
And what can they say, though, more about monetizing these? As you were saying, Paul, they're in the early innings here as far as monetizing these platforms. But what more can they do, and do they need to do?
Well, they're working steadily on it. They don't want to antagonize users by over-advertising, but they will make a lot of money from each of these products in time, without question.